Hi, I'm Lucas Crossover. Join us on the shark.
Hello, I'm Salotto, and join us on Shark Stream.
Hey guys, I'm Federic Horst. Join us on the Shark Stream.
I'm Christina Tkach. Join us on the Shark Stream.
Hey guys, it's Jason Shaw here. Join us on the Shark Stream tonight.
I'm John Moore. Join me on the shark stream.
Joey hit the lights, Bobby grabbed the mic, chicken calling action from the other side. Shark 3, going live. We're about to enter water, only sharks survive. In 3, 2, 1.
All right, everybody, we're back. We're live. Bobby Hilton in the booth, and we're getting serious here. We're getting time to the nitty gritty here. Excuse me. And that's a swing and a miss by Earl, so he's going to re-rack again. Now he's going to try to run 100 balls from street pool. Now, as many of you know, running straight pool 100 balls is very, very difficult as it is. But playing on the 4-inch pockets is almost impossible. And he actually did it one other time here before, and he did this earlier. He did 98 balls. He's still trying to break the 100, and he's got no quit in him. So let's see how he handles his first couple attempts here. That's a swing and a miss, so that's okay. He's going to restart. That's no big deal. That fires that ball in. He knows it can make it. It can make any ball on the table. And for those of you just joining us, please share the stream out there. Let people know what we got going on here. We got Earl the Pearl Strickland, one of the greatest players that ever lived, one of the best players in the world of this game of sport, of pool. And he is trying to run 100 balls on this tight table. And let's support him and support the Shark Stream as well. Check us out and join us. Get the sharing out there. Let's get the numbers. I want to know if you can see the video. How do we look? How do we sound? Are we up on YouTube and Facebook? Look at that great cut by Earl. He's gonna have to do it again on the 8. And again, he's cutting these into the. That's a tough shot. Cutting those into the 4-inch pocket. He made the first one. He missed the second one. All right, Katina, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Anybody on YouTube or Caffeine TV, let me know how we sound, how we hear. Last time we were on Caffeine, I think we had 146,000 reaches for the Earl Experience. So how about that? It's a lot of people watching Earl Strickland. Earl Strickland here coming out firing. Got a good break shot to start. For those of you guys don't know, he is playing his his favorite game. And if you don't believe me, you can ask him. And he's a little frustrated right now, I'm sure. But he says this is the most difficult game there is. He says running 100 or 150 balls in this game is so hard. He's trying to do it on this tight, tight table. And if you don't believe me how tight it is, just take a look at those pockets, man. How thin right here. How thin. Look how thin. And look how thin the sides are too, man. These are no joke. They have no wiggle room. No wiggle room. Anybody out there on Facebook? I'm sorry, on YouTube? Let me know how we sound. If you can hear us all right. If you can see us okay. I got the overhead camera right now watching Earl Strickland move the ball around the table. You know how we look and how we sound. Good stroke there. Come off the side rail and come right into the pack if he wants. Or he can draw it above and play the 6. Now again, he can go inside the pack here if he wants. Or he can just play it nice and easy to play position for, I believe, the 8. You have to cut the 9. I don't know if he has the 8. Great shot there by Earl Strickland. He makes some of these real difficult shots in the tight box, just like routine, like the cut shots, and just absolutely amazing. I got a nice little roll there. He's got the 10 in the side if he wants it. He could also play the 8 in the corner and draw it back a little bit. And that's what he does. He can play the 5 and draw it back a little bit. A little tap, tap. Yep, just like that. Great shot. Now he's going to have to play the 4 ball, I believe. I don't know what he's going to leave for the breakup shot. He's going to play the 12 instead. So he's going to try to leave that 4 for the breakup shot. Nice shot by Earl Strickland. Going to go 3, 10, 14. 3, and he's going to go 10 on the side. All right, guys. Anybody on YouTube hear me? Let me know. Can you see us? How do I sound? I sound okay? Let me know. Here it is. Earl Strickland, rack number 1 in the books. Come on, Earl. We can do this. All we need is 7 racks. 6 more to go. And you can do this. Andy shared out the world. Please like, share, and subscribe. Yale Billiards of Shark Stream, Wallingford, Connecticut. Yes, sir, Andy. We are taking names and kicking butt. Or kicking butt and taking names. Look at that scratch to the side. That was such a bad roll. I mean, I don't know how that scratches in the side. The pocket is so tiny. And it was a beautiful breakup. He was definitely going to run that rack. So now he's going to start all over, take his rack away. And here we go. And let's get the numbers up. This should be 200 live viewers watching on Facebook and YouTube. And of course, we got thousands over there on Caffeine TV watching this magnificent sport of billiards. They are doing a great job putting the sport out there. They got 4,000 viewers in the last 9 minutes watching the Shark Stream and Earl Strickland. And don't forget what we got coming next week, guys, at Yale Billiards. We have FSR, Moritz, David, Alcady, Honas, and Lucas. That's 5 top pros going to be at Yale Billiards, including the number 1 player in the world, FSR. And you're going to get to see him on the Shark Stream. If you're a subscriber, you're going to get to watch their match. And if you're not a subscriber, I would pay that $4.99 right now. That page is on fire. We do raffles every single month. We have pros almost every single month. I mean, it's $4.99. You're supporting the Shark Stream, and you are helping us out, but you're also getting a lot of great, great content. And as far as raffle prizes and as far as professional pool. So I would definitely subscribe if you haven't yet. Earl's just firing that cue ball around table. And he's making this table number 4 a little humble here. A little, hey, don't worry about it. We can make these balls. We'll draw back here on the 1. Like he can make that 11 ball for the breakup shot. Look at the English he put on that first to slow it down. Play position for the 2. For the 9 or the 10. Doesn't want to be on the rail here. Play the 11. You're going to play 11 and use the. Going to play the 10 and then leave himself close to that side rail so he can make the 11 just like that. Great shot by Earl Strickland. And here we go, guys. Buckle up. Share it. Anybody on YouTube, let me know if we can hear me all right, please. Let me know if you can see us, please. Chat it up. YouTube. Yeah, I can hear you, Bobby. I see you. Caffeine TV. Let's see how many thousands we got there. We got 10,000 people checking out the Earl Strickland Experience on 2024. How about that? That's great stuff there, Caffeine TV. Earl Strickland with the bang. Nice shot there. Getting ready to start his rack number 2. Gonna have to try to figure out this mess right here. And it'll be an issue here. He can make the 5 position for the 4 to get the breakup. Or you can try to go into it right now. All right, Earl Strickland. Everybody. You playing a triple combo? Shut the front door. Are you kidding me? Earl Strickland. That's incredible. Such a great shot. Just so fluidly hit that ball. Now we can play the 5-13 or he can play the 12 or 15 ball and break it up. And he's feeling the combos now, but he's a little weird trying to tie up these balls. He's got to make position for this 10. Looks like he did nicely. He's got a nice position for the 2, and he's just going to put it with some bottom right, and he's going to come right over here for this 10 ball. Just like so. Beautiful. Nice choice. And now we can draw this ball back to play the 4 after he plays the 10 ball. How we don't have 500 people watching is beyond me. We got one of the greatest players that ever lived, Earl Strickland, playing on the Shark Stream, straight pull, just hit balls. And he's going to get position here for the 7 to break the rack. So he's going to play the 14. Again, these sides are not easy, and he's just firing these balls in the side. 2 racks right now, looking for, trying to get to 100, trying to get to 100. And of course, when you're the great Earl Strickland, you're going to have people come up to you. It's just the way it is. But he's trying to run 100 balls, so he probably doesn't want to be distracted. But when you're the man, it's just the way it is. You're the man. It is what it is. And that's one of the cool things about coming to Yale Billiards in Wallingford, Connecticut. You never know who's going to be here. Next week, we're going to have FSR. That's a swing and a miss. And again, it could be the guy there just saying hi to him, and again, he's trying to focus here to get these racks. And, but again, when you're Earl Strickland, at the price of fame, everybody wants to see you, everybody wants to say hi to you. It just is what it is. I mean, what's going on here on Facebook and YouTube? Let's get these numbers up. I mean, we're posting on Caffeine TV. We got 10,000 people checking us out and seeing Earl Strickland. And we're down like 50 on Facebook and YouTube. I mean, do you guys not realize what we're seeing here? This is absolutely incredible stuff. Already ran 98 balls. and he's trying to break the 100 barrier. No quitting this guy. So this is not easy to do on this table. So again, one more time, guys, hit the share button, hit the like button, let people know, hey man, there's something cool happening at EL Billiards right now. Um, EL Billiards is packed, of course, because everybody knew Earl was going to be here, so they're all just hanging out, watching them and stuff, and it's pretty cool. And you guys get to watch it for free on the Shark Stream, which is cool also. But help us out by sharing it out, support us, and let us know exactly what's going on. Yeah, he's using the carbon fiber because Jay Flowers is his sponsor now. So he fell in love with the Jay Flowers carbon, and that's what he's doing. He's using it. So good point right there, Nick Marino. And look at that shot by Earl the Pearl right there. And he says having pros like Earl is common for the Shark Stream, and it's where the pros come to strut their stuff. EL Billiards has all the big names. Next week we'll have 5 top pros. You will need to subscribe for the Shark Stream to watch. Say hello, Alyssa.
Shark Stream viewers. I am just getting changed from Bobby in here.
Alyssa,
Interrupting.
we'll come down and visit her at the bar. Just smile and say hello. That is true. Your nickname is Smiley, right? Yep. And it's because you smile.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Nick always pays attention to tools that are trade. Yeah, and that's one of his sponsors now, so that's what he's using. Of course, he's got his own homemade putt there. I don't think Jay Flowers makes one of those, but that's his own custom rig right there. But he is using the shaft, and he's playing pretty solid here. Again, it's tough playing on this table for sure. And he's making it look like mixed beats most of the time. He hasn't got the 100-ball run, but he's got a 98 and a couple 40-ball runs as well. So playing really, really good. And I don't know why every Earl Strickland fan is not watching this. It should be, share it to Earl's page. Make sure Earl's page checks it out. And all these people, Earl's #1 fans, need to be watching this. This is cool stuff. Our shark streamers have got to be enjoying it as well. Those people at Caffeine TV are really eating it up. They're let's update again and just see how many people. And now they're at 16,000 people checking us out. And Earl's going to take a quick break. While we do that, you get a chance to share. Actually, he's just fixing himself. So you guys get a chance right now. Share the stream out there. Share, share, share. Make it happen. Share, share, share. All right, pretty good shot on the 8 there. See if he left him the 10 or the 5. He seems to like those side pockets, even though they're really, really tough. He's been burying most of them. And Earl Strickland is a right-handed player, 62 years of age. He's won everything under the sun, and I mean everything. Multiple championships, multiple world titles, 5-time U.S. Open champion. I mean, he's just a god when it comes to pool. Even if you don't, maybe think he's the best person, or not sure of his style, you cannot argue with his stats and his accomplishments. Second to none. Great player. And I personally know him as a friend. He's a good guy. Really is. Really highly intelligent in the world of sport, the world of pool. I mean, second to none. He just, he's the one that started with these extensions. No one ever even thought of an extension before Earl Strickland did it, you know, and he just, so many different things he's done over the years. All right, again, he's just keep grinding. He's been going at it for about 5 hours now, straight. Gave you guys a tutorial. If you guys want to go watch that, you can go watch it on YouTube or Facebook. And he was commenting while he's playing some 9-ball and 10-ball and some straight pool. So if you guys want to go back and go listen to that, and if you want, you can sit back here and enjoy this show as well. So a lot of cool content you're getting here in the Shark Stream this week. This month, I should say. The month of March is just going to be off the hook. You should have 500 people watching this. Really should. Kind of wax that ball, makes the combo, and gets 8 out of there. But he left himself a little funny here. This is a really tough shot. Look at that. Just a beautiful stroke. Degree of difficulty that he made on that 9-ball was just mind-boggling. Believe me, he's going to settle down the next couple, 3, 4, 5 racks, I think, and you're going to see him put a nice run together. So, for you, I would share it out there. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Earl Strickland, everybody. Earl freaking Strickland. Trying to leave that 7-ball for the break shot. It's the choice what to do with this 2-ball here. Into the corner. That side is rough. You freaking kidding me? Wow. Check that out. Man, I dare anybody to shoot this shot with this stroke on this table and see how that works for you. That is just incredible shot right there by Earl Strickland. Wow. All right, he has the 7-ball break here. He's going to try to spin this right into the rack, make the 7-ball, and have a couple of balls come out. And he broke it really nice. And he has a clean shot on this 9-ball. And everything has a pocket except for the 9-15, but he can easily break that up or play the 5 in the same pocket as the 6 here. All right, again, let's get the sharing guys going. This is a great stream here. Bobby Hilton in the booth, the great Earl Strickland on the table. And we got 10,000 checking us out on Caffeine TV. We got about 50 now on Facebook and YouTube. And you got Earl just firing them down the pike here. And he got a little out of position here. He's going to try this 3-ball. Look at that. And it's going to be a little bit tough as well. Might play this 4-ball and come around table for maybe the 2 next. Actually, I think he tried to tap that 4-15, but that's okay. Still got the 12 and then the 1 and the 8. And look at this. He just fires stuff in. He just amazing shooting. Like he's gonna have to go the long way. This is such a bad roll right here. He got into the break and he broke him up nicely, but doesn't have a clean shot here. Gonna have to thin cut this 1-ball. Man, I would not want to be shooting this one. Tough shot there. And again, that was just a bad roll. He had that nicely, and the 2-5 lined up so that he couldn't make it. No, we didn't have the questions and answer yet. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do it. The reason being is, we had a lot of people watching earlier. We're over 100. And we really want to get, a couple hundred people to ask questions and stuff. And we're only like 50, 60 on the two platforms. We're probably gonna have to reschedule for a different time. Because we want to make it entertaining. And if we have only 5 or 6 people asking questions, it's just not going to go the way we're hoping. So look at this. This is not a good break. He's got 4 balls tied up. We keep sharing, we get the numbers up, and he gets on a nice little run here. We might do the Q&A. But that for spin shot. And he fires these balls on the side. He knows he's got to make them center hole. How do you hit the ball that hard on the side? Look at that into the rack. 8-10 might be almost wired. 5. I'd have to play the 15-9 at some point unless he breaks it up with the 2. Break it up with the 6 right here. But again, he's got to make sure he leaves himself a shot. He's going to go to 8, break up this other one first. Look at that. Just that's well executed right there. Very, very smart play. And he took care of the bigger problem, and now he's going to still get to the 9-15 at some point. Question is when. Looks like he might go right here. And that's exactly what he does. Like he's okay here. Can make the 3 or the 9. Maybe the 2. Maybe got a little weird for him, actually. Might have to shoot this 9 ball. Oh, look at that. Are you kidding me? Look at this guy. He fires this ball in like it had eyes. And believe me, there's not that much room in that pocket. And when you hit the ball that hard, your arm wants to flutter a little bit. It does not flutter. He just makes it. It looks like he's going to be using the 3 ball for the breakup here. This is going to be for rack number 3, actually, right? Did I miss a rack? This rack number 3, right? And he's going to try to break up this rack by hitting the 3 ball in the corner. And he's going to hit it on the right side. So the cue ball is spinning this way. It comes off the rack a little bit. A shot there by Earl the Pearl. And it looks like he's going to go for the gusto here. He makes his 2 ball, and everything goes into the back. It is, but look at this. Nothing moved. Nothing moved. That was supposed to spread wide open. Now he's going to have to play this 3-8 combo. It's very difficult. Such a difficult shot there. Back to square one, but saw some great shots right there by Earl, like last couple racks. What do you guys think about this? The cue right there. Right here. What do you think of that cue? Six in the side or 6 in the corner? 6 in the corner. 12 in the corner, 8 in the side. Decisions. All right, let's go to 3 in the corner. All those balls go separate. And he does. Question is, will he have a shot? That's the $1,000,000 question. Killing these side pockets. He is killing these side pockets, torturing them. These side pockets have never been treated like this. Missed a couple early on, but since then he's been on fire with them. Here, I just made that great shot and missed almost straight in the corner there. Right back. And Earl's continuing to abuse these sides. Not easy shots, but he's making them. Kevin Ritchie couldn't find somebody good. Yeah, no, we found somebody great. Earl Strickland, one of the best all time. Well, opposite handed here. That pops it in, no problem. And again, he is already ran 98 balls on this table, which is almost impossible. Lucas won't even try to run straight pool on this table. He's run 100 before on the other tables, the big pocket tables, but he won't even try it on this table. He knows it's so difficult. Yes, instead of shooting the 6 ball, Earl's going to try to pocket this 11 ball. You kidding me? Wow, what a fantastic shot right there. Maybe he's going to leave the 6 ball for the break shot. Sorry, don't mean to keep hitting the booms. Just sticking for a quick second here. right, guys, here we go. Now, ready to play a game? All right, I want you guys to share the stream right now. If you share the stream and you guess a number, I got 2 numbers. I wrote them down. 0 or 1 to 200. And if you share, you type in I shared, you get 3 guesses. You can guess 3, actually 5 guesses. But you got to share it to 5 different pages. And just type in I shared and the number, your guess number 1 to 200, and we're going to give you away a Shark Stream Team No Sleep patch. First one of its kind. Amazing patch. It says the Shark Stream, and underneath it says Team No Sleep, hashtag Team No Sleep. So if you want one of those patches, share it out and type in the number guess. And I have 2 to give away. I'll mail them right to your home. All you have to do is share and type in the number. What number you're guessing, 1 to 200. I'm giving 2 away. You can guess up to 5 times as long as you share it to 5 different pages. No! How about that? Earl Strickland, beautiful shot. Unfortunately, he scratched on the break, so that's not going to work. And it looks like he might be coming in to the booth here. What's going on, Earl? We're going to grab a chair.
Hey, Carol.
I know it's a bad break. It should be a white chair.
Now, I went flat since I didn't get that 100 one.
We got 98. Yeah, it's a real tough table, right?
Tougher than you think, but it's playing nice right now. Oh, God.
Is it?
Oh,
That's awesome.
you got to learn how to arm maul it. You really do. I'll get to the humidifiers. What do you got to do one or the other. If you want it to play like,
Right.
you got any Kleenex in here?
I do not. You want to run and grab some?
My nose is all right.
All right, that's cool. Here we go. Yeah, we don't. So we had a little technical difficulty. We lost the stream. Facebook, I don't know if you're familiar with Facebook. They kicked us out for some reason. They said that we were using music. We didn't have music being played.
Right.
It's crazy. So we lost a lot of the viewers, and but we do have questions and answers if anybody wants to ask Earl something. Anybody wants to ask Earl something? Now's the time. Got Earl Strickland right here. The legend, the 5-time U.S. Open champion, multi-world champion, Mosconi Cup MVP. How many times did you win the Mosconi Cup?
9 times.
9 times, right? That's amazing. Amazing. U.S. Open 5 times. What was your biggest win? What was the biggest, most heart-filled win that when you won, you said, I did it?
I think the greatest thing I ever did was getting to the finals in straight pool. And I needed 30 balls and I missed the break ball. Just like I did today. So
Yeah.
I'm in love with straight pool. I'm not in love with 9-ball
Yeah.
and the other games because you get older, you realize what the greatest game is. Especially if you put a little pressure on the player. Really exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Game slowed down a little bit for sure. The 9-ball game has slowed down a little bit for sure.
Well, it's luck.
Yeah.
See what you do in this, you earn it.
Yeah.
You got to play. You got to know how to move the cue ball. You got to know how to bust them open.
Yep.
You got to hit them the right speeds. You got to have a good stroke too. See some of those break shots I made. Not the first when I needed to tear them open again, like the second or third try.
Yep.
Swing. I was swinging the cue. You understand?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you still have that powerful stroke.
But you have to swing the cue in straight pull. A lot of shots. You have to really, really swing and come out of your stance a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like a tennis player or a golfer.
You have that. You have that powerful stroke, Hold on 1 second, everybody. All right, guys, we're back. Hopefully you sound all right again. We've been having technical difficulties all day here on the Shark Stream. Facebook is fickle sometimes. They just,
Is it?
yeah, they do whatever they want. Like they control you and you can't get a hold of anybody or or talk to anybody, and you just there's nothing you can do about it. We appreciate you coming out to the Shark Stream and Yale Billiards. I got the table playing good, huh? A little,
The table's playing great.
Yeah.
It's actually just right. Like I said, the rails are a little bit jumpy,
Yep.
but once I treated the table and slowed it down and made it more conducive, it's playing absolutely perfect.
And
People don't know how to get a table to play right, and they don't know how to make it play tough either.
Yeah.
You know, that table plays good. If you hit a ball funny, it'll jaw.
Yeah.
Even though it's like ice.
Yep.
Table.
Yep.
It still jaws balls.
Yep.
Your table's playing exactly the way a tournament table should play.
Yep.
Yep.
That's how we like it to play. We like it to play.
I thought you had some questions.
Yeah, well, like I said, we normally do, but for some reason we lost. Like,
Oh, you can't answer it?
no, yeah, the viewers came in and out, and now they're saying, "Well, we got hello, world, greetings from Romania." You ever been to Romania?
No.
No, that's far away. Well, welcome. Any comments for Earl? Let me know. Again,
Well, they can hear us, but
they're saying they can hear us, but a lot of people we lost them. And they came back and lost them,
I see.
so we lost a lot of the thread. Like we had,
Well, I'd like to take the time to thank my sponsors. They do an incredible job for me, and they make great equipment. And try J Flowers Cue. I call it J Flowers Cues. Easy power.
Easy power.
Easy power.
And we saw that you're playing with the carbon fiber, right? That's the J
Yeah.
Flowers.
I hope everybody enjoys the straight pull because it's such an intelligent game. It really is. I'd like to see it played on a 5x10. I think that'd be even a little harder. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Really be even more test of your ability. Your table is pretty
Tough, right?
it's playing exactly the way a table should play. Like I said, the rails are a little responsive with what I want once I slow the bed down.
Yep.
Once I slow the bed down, I don't want the rails to get like the bed where it's too slow.
Right.
You see?
Yep.
And then make it where it draws easy and the spin spin stays on the ball.
Right.
It's just it's a shame I didn't get that break ball a while ago, but that's the way it goes.
They said, "What's your thoughts on a 100-ball run on a 7-foot table or an 8-foot table?"
Really hard to do on a 7-foot. I did it one time, and very difficult to do on a 7-foot.
Balls just clump up a little too.
It's just
Sure.
like if you went to a 5x10, it'd be hard to do, and if you go to the smallest table, it's hard to do. So it's a lot easier in between. There's no doubt.
You did run 100 balls on the bar table, though, huh?
One time I ran 100 balls on a bar table, and I never tried it again. I wanted to see if I could do it. I was doing an exhibition over in Albany, New York.
Yep.
It was a league.
Oh, that league thing that you're doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do that every year, right?
They have bar tables there, so they had a big table and a bar table.
When she says, were there any changes that you made as a player in your career that made you into the player that you are, made you better, you know?
Well, you definitely make a lot of changes as you go. I have anyway. A lot of players stay the same. Most of them stay the same. They stay with kind of the same equipment, same tip. They don't experiment that much. I'm a tinkerer. I love to tinker, and
Well, you're an evolutionist of this game. I mean,
yeah,
you have been since.
well, once something goes wrong, I got to fix it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll drive me crazy.
Yep.
You know, I'm worse than a golfer or a tennis player probably with my equipment. I'm starting to play really well with the J Flowers equipment, I'll tell you. So playing pretty good.
You made some great runs. I mean, you made 90
some good
balls.
shots. How about when I kicked the ball and made it in the corner?
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, combination kick.
Shots and straight pull versus other games, you know.
Yeah, right.
Just it doesn't even have, you know, it has no comparison. to
No,
the
when
other
you made
games.
that shot, I said that was a shot of the day for sure. That was
Straight pull's the
amazing.
king of all pool games. There's no doubt. you got to have a unique concentration to run 50 or 100 balls. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got to have the ability to see how to get out of trouble. And the right way to go about going into the bull balls,
Yep.
unless you knock them all over on the first breakup. But you're not going to do that all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're going to play conservative. You're going to leave clusters. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You got to know how to go into those clusters. You
But
know,
the right way to get
the right way with the
'cause
right. I put a lot of spin on
I was telling
and
them
that's what gets the cue ball free. So I play a different style than the guys did years ago because pool has evolved.
Yeah.
you
So
know?
got a question here says, what do you think about the crazy rules like in the Predator event, race to 4, then there's a shootout at the end?
That's amateur. They're not playing. As far as I'm concerned, pool's never begun yet. The rules have not been set. The standard size pockets have not been set. The way the table should play has not been set. The lighting has not been set. The format's not been set. The balls you play with, the pool balls you play with have not been set. You're always playing with different pool balls.
Right.
So, you've got to make it very conducive to play high level pool. Now they're playing decent pool on the matchroom events because they got the table dry. You know what I mean? It's sitting around those lamps up in the air over it. They got floodlights with canvases, and it keeps everything warm around the table. But at the U.S. Open, they had outer tables. You couldn't make a ball on them. You could go play on the TV table and look like a genius, and go play on the outer tables, and you look like an APA player. Disrespect to those guys, but me and Shane played terrible. I saw him lose to a guy I never even seen before.
Yep.
I almost lost to a girl on the same table. We couldn't play at all on this equipment. So people don't realize how important conditions are in pool. They have no idea. The people that even play it they're playing like cavemen out there. They'll be having rocks on the table and clubs in their hands instead of pool sticks and pool balls. But it's such a great game. And, and that going back to the Predator thing, a race to 4. You want me to go get on an airplane, pay $800,000 or $1,000 for an airplane ticket, and then you want me to risk my life, my time and my life, and then check in a hotel. All the formality that goes with it, okay? For a race to 4.
Race to 4.
That's mind-boggling. Why can't we just play offensive straight pool and you play single elimination, a 250-point match with a 20-second shot clock? Total offense, no defense. That's more of a profession or a professional format than a race to 4 and then some silly shootout.
So what would you relate a race to 4 to in tennis? If you were going to
It's like one game.
like
One game with them can last, I've seen it last 15, 20 minutes. One game. That's not 1 point, but one game. You know what one game is.
Yeah, of course.
I'm telling you right now, pool is lost in space. It really is. We need a harder, but they're playing the luck game. 10 ball, 9 ball, and 8 ball, and 1 pocket are all luck games. Banks and straight pool are the best 2 games.
That's a skill.
Out of all the pool games, they're the best 2 games.
Andy says, you ever try to make a ball off the rack, or should you always try to?
You can do that. Yeah.
Did you do that occasionally?
It's very difficult to do it. Very difficult, I promise you.
Yeah.
But I bet Moscone knew how to do it good.
Yeah.
Man, it takes a long time to learn straight pull.
Yeah.
I've been playing 30 years. 30 years. I stopped playing 9 ball 30 years ago, practicing.
Oh,
but
really?
when I would have 9 ball events, I would practice.
Right.
But when I would stop playing 9 ball events, I'd go straight home and straight back to straight pull, right? Hours. I'm talking 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Forever, right?
Right. Yeah.
I religiously played straight pull all the time for the last 30 years. And I still don't know how to play it.
You're still chasing it, huh?
I'm creative. You can see that I played a lot of it. I
Yeah,
know how to get out of
absolutely.
trouble easy. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Game.
Yep.
Moscone was right. He was always walking around saying that 9-ball was a luck game. I thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
I said, how's this guy calling my
I
game?
asked you the same thing too. I said, "What? What are you talking about?"
How's he calling my game a luck game? And he's shooting any ball, and I'm
You're
shooting
the
in
best
sequence.
ball player of all time.
I never could understand what he meant. I do now.
I have to argue a little bit. I don't think you were that lucky to win all those 9-ball events.
Well, I still say that 9-ball is luck. It
Yeah.
is in one pocket's luck, because I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you a good story. Is everybody listening?
Yep.
Okay, here's a good story about one pocket. I went to the Derby one year. I played this guy. I'd never seen him before in my life. He was a pretty good player, though. And he beat me 3-0 the first match. After the match, I said to him, I says, you're pretty lucky. He says, lucky? I says, yeah, you're shooting up in the air and balls. You're knocking a ball out of my pocket, hitting 3 or 4 balls and going in your pocket. He says, well, I know how to play those shots. I says, you're crazy. You don't know how to play it. That's luck when a ball like that happens. There's a lot of luck in this game.
That's what Barry's saying. He said,
he
"Always
says-
one luck."
so
So,
he-
yeah.
I said to him, I says, you got the rolls. Everything went your way. You know what he looked at me and said? You don't know how to play one puck. I said, are you being sarcastic? I mean, I played against the greatest players in the world my whole life. I don't know how to play one pocket. I grew up playing Jersey Red, one of the greatest one pocket players ever lived. I beat him in a tournament one time, 32 to -3. Anyway, so he says to me, you don't know how to play one pocket. I says, look, I should challenge you to play for about 1,000 a game, but I'm gonna spare you, okay? And I'm gonna pray for you because you're nutty. I said, there ain't no way you can say I can't play one pocket. It's a luck game, just like everything else. He says, no, you don't know how to play one pocket. So we parted, and I was pissed at him. So I won 15 matches in a row from there. I beat Paggy Lyon, Bustamante, Jeremy Jones, Shannon Dalton,
Yeah.
and every one pocket player in the world to get there. So I'm playing Shane in the finals, right? So we're getting ready to lag for the break. I see that Yahoo guy I played the first. I walk straight over to him and I says, I told you it was luck. And then he tried to say something and I look down and say, yeah, mumble one stinking word. Go ahead. Mumble something. I want to hear what you've got to say now. I told you it was luck, you idiot.
There
you go.
Watching.
Amazing story there, ain't it?
Yeah.
He couldn't mumble one word, Bobby. He couldn't
Well, what
mumble
can
a
he say?
word.
What can he say? Congratulations. So Sam says she gave a lesson from you once and she went up 1 ball. So good job. You gave her a good lesson. That's awesome.
I'm glad. Thank you.
Yep. And then Crystal says hello. Crystal, remember the tattoo girl? Got on your name
Crystal,
tattoo?
yeah.
Crystal Lynn.
She's different.
Yeah. Yeah. She's different, all right. She's an awesome girl. She does a lot of our flyers.
Yeah. Thanks, Crystal.
What are your tips for a beginner to practice 8-ball and 9-ball?
What's the tip for practicing?
8-ball and 9-ball.
8-ball and 9-ball?
For a beginner, yeah.
Always make sure your stance is right. Just squat. If you try to play with your legs, one of them straight, it's too strenuous. It'll mess your head up. It's harder to play like that. Just squat at the shot, squat your knees, and then move the cue very slowly. Don't jerk the cue much. Pull back slow and then accelerate. So that's an easy thing for everybody to remember. Just do little movements at the ball with the cue and then pull back slow and then accelerate. Don't accelerate back, accelerate through.
Forward.
It's easy to remember that.
And when you were mic'd up today, we saw you were saying use your legs, especially when you're doing the top spin. You were like, you got to make sure you get down.
I did some good stuff on the 9-ball and the 10-ball.
Yeah, you did great. Real good stuff.
That was some
That
good
was when we
stuff.
had the most people watching before we got booted off, but that was awesome. That was awesome. That was really good lessons for sure.
Pool's such a great game. I can't even describe what a great game it is. I can't believe people can look down on it and not support it and not call me a pool hustler and a pool shark. They call you a pool shark Like if I walk into a country club with a friend of mine, he's taking me to play golf at his country club, right?
Yeah.
And he introduces me to the pro. And he says, "This is Earl Strickland, world champion professional pool player." The guy will look at me. After he calls me a professional, the guy will look at me and say, "You're a pool shark." You know what the definition of pool shark is? He's calling me a hustler and a shark.
Yep.
That's what he's calling me.
Yeah. The big difference between a professional.
Well, you don't do that into a golfer.
Yeah, right.
If a guy introduced me to a professional golfer, I wouldn't look at him and say, "You're a golf shark." You know, what I mean, where they?
Yep.
How am I get labeled with this? You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
No.
I'm so good at pool; it's a joke. You understand?
Yep.
I mean, as good as I've gotten, I've spent my whole life doing it,
Yes.
and I still think pool's harder than golf now because Steve Stricker's out there. He's my same age as me. I know Steve. He
Yep.
knows me too. He's still doing good. He's still hitting the ball 300 yards.
Yep.
He's still winning millions of dollars. I can't win a cracker. You understand?
Yeah. That's not true. But
That's it. It's hard to score. It's hard to make the money in pool.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
It's harder to get in the money at 62 in pool than it is in golf.
Yes.
I really firmly believe that.
Yeah, I believe that too.
I just think they're not the thing with pool. I'm gonna tell you really what the difference is. There's more pressure in pool. Pool is a more nervous game than golf. Even though I know golf is nervous too. I play golf.
Yeah.
But pool, it's like I said before, you're driving down the road, you got 100 pounds of crack cocaine on you, and the cops are pulling you over.
That's shooting for the 9-ball from the wing. What is that?
Dreams where you dream you killed somebody
Yeah.
and you're gonna come and get you,
Yeah.
but you wake up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what pool's like.
That's true. That's true.
Shot that last break ball and I missed it.
Oh man.
And I'm playing for fun. I'm playing for air.
No, it's a game. I know. Well, it's funny you bring that up. Though, like, of course, when you win all those 9-ball U.S. Open titles, so that's obviously the toughest tournament to win, and then you won so many times. When you're shooting those 9-balls for big matches, hill, and what did you do to try to not get nervous, or did you get nervous?
Well, I didn't get it. I still got nervous back then. I think I'm more calm now. I don't see as good. I think that's how I miss a lot of shots, is I don't see as good as I used to, but
Yep.
I still get a little nervous, not much.
Yep.
Buddy Hall got less nervous than any player I ever saw when he was in his prime. That guy never dogged it hardly. And his hands were like paper. They were dry. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so nothing.
He had no moisture in his
Yeah.
hands.
Just nice and
Every time I
smooth.
shook his hand, I shook it a many a times.
Yep.
His hand was bone dry, but one day he missed a ball that he should have made,
Yep.
and I beat him in the finals. And after it was over, I was taking my cue apart, and he was standing there, and I said, "Buddy, you missed that shot. Why? What? Did you get nervous?" He says, "No, I didn't get nervous. I just missed it." I said, "What?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "I don't ever get nervous." I said, "That was," and I think Efren's a little like that. In his prime, when Efren was in his prime, but Buddy, I still think his nerves were stronger than Efren's.
You made a great point when you were talking today about the 9-ball and the 10-ball. You were talking about Efren a little bit, like even yourself. He says you can't celebrate. You can't.
No, you can't.
Because your emotions, and then you miss a ball.
Pool will kill you. It'll kill you. It won't make you miss. It'll literally kill you.
Yeah.
It'll do something to you.
Yeah.
It's bad karma if you cheer in pool.
It really is.
It's too hard a game. It's finally I realized it. Too hard a game to get carried away, you know.
Yeah.
Now, after you win the match, you can
That's
do
all
some
different.
kind of
Yeah,
celebration.
exactly.
But if you do anything during the game, the table's going to stab you. That's the smartest guy.
Hey, so when did you get your first 100-ball run?
My first 100-ball run was in 1996 when I first started playing straight pool. Let's see, how long is that? That's
It's almost 30 years ago. 28 years ago.
Yeah, that's when I started playing. I told you I've been playing about 30 years.
Yeah, 30 years. Yeah.
I tried to beat Mosconi's record then. I got 480 balls.
Yeah.
That's my high run.
Wow.
You know, since 1996, you want to hear a remarkable stat? Since 1996, only 3 people have ran over 400 balls.
Yeah.
That's how hard straight pull is.
Yeah.
Understand?
What was it? You,
Me,
Jason,
Straw, and Smith.
and Smitty. Yeah, that's it.
We're the only 3 people in the last. So what's that? That's last 28 years.
Yeah.
The last 28 years, we're the only 3 people to run over 400 balls. And that gives you an idea how difficult the game is. It's not a game you're going to like control all the time.
Right.
You know, because the break shot in straight pull is the most intriguing shot I've ever seen in all of pull. I'm talking billiards, snooker, Russian pyramid, any kind of European game, Chinese 8-ball, you name it. I don't care what kind of game it is. 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball, one pocket banks. The break in straight pull is just, it's a mind boggling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How to not let the cue ball get trapped or go in a pocket.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Sometimes it's perfect.
But you can't do it every time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll land just right 3 or 4 racks in a row and
Yeah.
you look like a genius and then
Yeah.
pop, scratch, or you stick to the rack,
spinning.
or you come off and freeze against the ball somewhere or something, some little thing, or you just won't get the shot that you can make.
Right.
You know, you get a shot, but you.
But
It's a
then
tough
the
one.
top division.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's such a great game. I never realized it. Mosconi was right. He was truly right.
All right. Andrea says, I just want to say that I fell in love with pool when I saw your style to play. Thanks, Earl.
Well, I play the game. There was a time when I played for the people. I didn't play for myself. I played for the audience. And I still do, but I can't play that good anymore. So I still am a great player. I still shoot good too.
You do. You shot
If
me.
you were to give me, like, if we were to play offensive straight pull with a shot clock, a 20-second shot clock, I have a chance to win. But playing 9-ball with this trick break they got with the one on the side,
Yeah.
and then the magic rack, and then the jump stick, and then their mentality, they're sharking you all the time. The players today are more sharky than they were years
Did you
ago.
see all that happened at the Predator this week? There were people going to the bathroom and they were
They're not
canceling people.
athletes.
Yeah.
They're not athletes.
Yeah.
They're purely not athletes.
Yeah.
I mean, Fedor Gorsu's got to go to the bathroom. He's only 21 years old.
Yeah.
If I could stay away from the bathroom for 3 days when I was 21. I could hold mine for 3 days probably. He's not pursuing an athlete begging to go to the bathroom maybe when he don't or something. I don't know. Rausuke was the worst. He would sit there before you play and drink the whole pitcher of water.
So we had to go to the bathroom 3 times, huh?
See him guzzling water. I say he's gonna make sure he's got to go.
What's
Thirsty.
he's not even thirsty, yeah.
Sure, I'm guzzling.
So we got
I love Ralph to death. Ralph is the most professional player though. When you're shooting,
yeah.
that I've ever seen. He won't even blink.
Just sit right
You
there.
think he's dead?
That's how it should be, though, right?
He's very courteous, but when he gets to the table, he's not courteous anymore because it takes too long to shoot. It takes too long for me. I want him on a 20-second shot clock. I want pressure on him. I want him to panic.
Yeah, right.
I still say that we should be panicking a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't.
Every other sport is kind of like that. Yeah.
You give a player too much time, he's not an athlete. It's just the way I look at it.
All right, Pat says, I've been watching you play my whole life. My dad and I watch you on TV all the time. That was when I started playing. It was a joy to see you still. You are a great player. I just want to say that.
Thanks a lot. Now, thanks for watching years ago.
Pat.
And everything's past tense now. But, back in those Mizrak days when I played him in '83 and in Tahoe, those were classic matches. purely classic. Playing on a rug. You know how good I play on a rug? Like pretty damn good. I never missed a ball on that. It was a canvas almost. It had a big patch in the middle of it that was sticky. If the ball rolled on it, I would grab it.
Yeah, right, yeah.
It was unreal. It was unreal how good I played that night on that table, which was purely a piece of junk.
Yeah. Well, you have that.
It was a Remco table. More I'm
Yeah, I
safe
don't think so. Yeah.
out their table, I think.
I think you're good. I think you're good. That's so funny. But yeah, you still have that powerful stroke. You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
Well, you don't get it in 9-ball. You don't use it. You saw me using it today.
Yeah.
You saw me using it a lot.
Yeah.
Swinging at balls. I mean, just having to move that rack.
Yeah.
You know? I'm telling you, straight pull is more athletic than 9-ball and 10-ball and 1 pocket and 8-ball and banks. It's more athletic. I'm
Right.
telling you.
Right.
We go to a 5x10 and play on a 4.5-inch pocket, get the pockets right where they'll jaw the ball a little bit, heat the table, keep it conducive,
Yep.
and play total offense. And you can only run 42 balls, you got to stop.
That's it. Then you got
And
some.
then I run 42, you're tied. That's the first inning. You
Yeah.
play 5 innings. Second inning, I run 42, you run 42, we're tied at 84.
Yep.
Say I run 30 and I miss. I take ball in hand, I finish the rest, but I got 1 miss.
Yep.
You run 42, you got me
misses.
126 to 125.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
But what's beautiful is you get to keep making those balls. You don't lose them all.
Right.
You understand?
Yep.
That's what is the beauty of that format. Is you're still close. You're only one. You played 3 innings. You're only 1 point down.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
So it makes for a good pull. It really does.
Right. But says I watched the entire color and money match. Enjoyed watching, even though an old match.
The color money with
Color
Efren,
Money
that was
match, yeah.
unbelievable. I never seen a guy that resilient.
Yeah.
I beat him unmercifully. I was beating him so bad he was asleep at one time. And then I missed the ball. I remember when it started, I had this shot down the corner and I missed it. It was relatively a makeable shot. I should have made it. And I missed it. He jumped out of the chair. I thought he was dead in the water, right? He must have jumped 5 feet out of that chair like a bullfrog, right?
Yep.
Got to the table, run 9 racks on me, got back in the match and beat me.
Wow.
It was unreal.
9 racks.
9 in a row from there when he was sitting there and he was in a
Sleeping.
coma.
In a coma.
I shot him into a coma anyway. He got out of that one. He still is a great player, but he was really good then,
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah. He's a little older than you, right? He's 72.
Yeah, no, he's 70.
70.
Wait a minute. He's 7 years older than me.
7.
He's 69 right now.
69. Okay.
He'll be turning 70 next time he has a birthday.
Yeah.
I don't know what month his birthday's in. But that was really something. I still should have won that match.
Definitely. Yeah, to be a coma.
Just looking back, I trained so hard for that match. I said, there's no way this guy can beat me. You know, it was something like in a movie, you know?
Yeah.
I look like Rocky every day at the
All the training, right? All
jabbing,
yeah.
jabbing every day, running, doing sit-ups, practicing every day.
Yeah.
Man, I said, there's no way this guy is going to beat me. He's got no chance. And he didn't.
You had him, yeah.
I had him like a Rocky, you know?
Yeah.
I had him like all them fighters had Rocky.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right?
He was out. Yeah.
Rocky
man.
came back.
Yeah.
Efren came back like Rocky.
I know it. I know it. A couple things. Crystal said, you remember when she got your signature on her arm? You remember writing her arm?
Yeah, I do. She's still got it.
Yeah, she's on it.
What'd she do? Tattoo it on?
It's tattooed on there for
Yeah.
life now. It's all good to go. A couple people are asking.
It's funny. You're really something, Crystal.
A couple people are asking, are you going to Boston to the Matchroom event at all? Or are you going to the expo?
There's a Boston event. The guy invited
Yeah.
me to play, but I can't. I don't think they want to pay me an appearance fee.
No.
I got to have money to show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For most of the things I do, you know, me and Efren, we can't. You know, if we go somewhere, we need some kind of appearance fee.
Yeah.
You know, because we're not going to win the tournament.
Yeah.
I might have a chance in
You
Boston,
might. I mean, yeah,
but
definitely.
the world tournament or something,
Yeah.
there's no sense in me showing. Not since
But I
Saudi Arabia,
Yeah, $100 million.
that they have it in a further away, worse place.
Lucas
Guess
is like, I don't know
they're the
about
only
that.
ones who pay.
I know, $1 million.
They're the
Right?
only ones who pay for the event.
They said they signed 10 years.
You have to pay Matchroom to have the event.
Yeah.
Millions.
Yeah.
They're making all the money.
Natural.
It's funny, everybody thinks everything's hunky dory. Well, when you cut out the middleman and the players get filthy rich and have yachts sitting in the harbor,
Yeah.
then I'll say everything's hunky dory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not there yet.
You're still playing for
Peanuts.
pebbles,
Peanuts.
even though it sounds good.
Yep.
$200,000 sounds great. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, then make every event $200,000. Then you'll say everything's hunky dory. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Yeah.
It's
Hopefully we get to that at some point.
the,
I mean,
the way pool is a myth for the professionals. It's just they're not in control at all, and that's wrong.
yep.
But there is one problem, and it's always held pool players back. Not two pool players are on the same page. I said that last time.
Yeah.
You got to get pool players on the same page. You understand?
Yeah.
More than two. You
Yep.
got to get like 200 of them on the same page.
Yeah. Now with the WPA and the match room, and they're all still fighting and all that.
They're playing them, yeah, but still doesn't matter. The game that they're playing is luck,
Yeah.
and you can get beat by pub players. You understand?
Yes.
It ain't never going to work. I can't walk out on the Masters golf course and get anywhere.
Right.
You understand?
Yep.
I'm a pretty good golfer,
Yep.
but I can't walk out there and shine. You understand?
Right.
But you could play in a pub your whole life and go, I'm going to go enter a tournament. Come in and beat me because you got a phony format. You're playing a phony game. You can't, there's no way that you ever get corporate people to put money on someone that can get beat by everyday people. Understand?
Yes.
You can't go win the Super Bowl. You can't go win the World Series. You can't go win a tennis tournament. Can't go win a golf tournament. They're in their own area. You understand?
Yep.
You've got to make the pool players richer, one, and they need to have some control. But it has to be a group that knows how to
Run it and do everything.
to administrate. You know what I mean? And run the game correctly.
Yeah. For the players.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way golf is. There's
Yeah.
in golf they got 6 businessmen on the board
Yep.
and 6 professionals.
Yep.
And they interact.
Yeah.
You understand?
They offset each other. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Matchroom doesn't interact with us.
No.
When it comes to money,
Yep.
they don't interact with us. We don't know how much money they make. You understand?
Yep.
That's a problem, and it always will be. And they still, the pool players, I know it's more than what they've got, but they're still fools. You're supposed to boycott. You're supposed to say no.
Yep.
I tried to get them to boycott the Moscone Cup one year.
Oh, really?
The players,
Yeah.
You know what they told me? They said, we'll leave you out.
Oh, really?
So that's what you got. I told you about being on the same page.
Yeah.
That's the day I found out that pool players are not on the same page at all.
Yep.
That they wouldn't stand with me. One of the greatest players in the world. I could move mountains and pool then.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
I could move pool rooms just by my mind. You understand?
Yep.
And they wouldn't stand with me. So that shows they
We're
destroyed themselves. We could have got more money.
Yeah.
I was going to hit them with the damn kitchen sink. You
Yeah.
understand? I was going to lay the law down.
Yep.
Because we had them. And I had them too. Sky I was under contract with Sky.
Yeah.
Not Matchroom, the network.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I had them. Had them right by the bejeebies, and they wouldn't stand with me.
It would,
Yeah, it's amazing.
wow.
Rodney was signed with them too. Me and Rodney are the only two pool players that ever were under contract with a network,
Okay.
other than Mizrak might have been. I don't know, and Moscone and those guys. But in the modern day era, that's the only two guys I ever know that
What about Johnny Archer?
no.
No.
There was a demand. Sky didn't want to lose me. They were wanting to lobby me off the team.
Wow.
So Sky made me sign a contract so they couldn't get rid of me. You understand?
Yep.
That's
Yep.
my friends, my
Yeah,
good buddies
that's
trying to
right.
lobby me off the team.
Wow.
You understand? My
Yeah.
good buddies.
Yeah. Man, oh man. Fickle business is pool business. Any other questions for Earl Strickland? I got one, Earl. I know you're not going to like this question. Well, you might like this question. When are we going to go on Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan is his guy. Messaged me, and
I think Joe Rogan needs me more than I need him.
I don't think either one of you need each other. I think you guys are both the best at what you do. But if we can get you guys together, because you are the best player, the man, Earl
I have a
Strickland.
broader imagination than he does.
Yeah, I know, but he
These
just
guys don't realize, I'm not smart at other things in life, but I'm real smart about pool.
you are you are a genius.
Pool's my sport.
I
It's
know.
my sport, and I should know what's right for it.
And that's why I want to get you guys together, because I know he wants you on the show, and I know you have so much.
He's all right.
You like Joe?
Yeah, he's a good guy. We'll do it eventually, but I don't know when.
All right, cool. Let him know, because I think that would just, I mean, like I said, he is an intelligent guy, but when it comes to pool, there's nobody like the Earl Strickland. You know?
Well, I'm good at figuring out things.
Yeah.
About pool, about what's wrong with your pool, or
yes, absolutely.
what the table should play like.
Yeah.
What the bucket, how it should hang the ball up or go in.
Yeah, exactly.
Understand?
The tables. You say I can feed the humidity and everything to the table.
I hit the ball poorly. Does it hang up or does it go in?
Yep.
Yeah, I am good at judging that.
Yep.
They put the ball, the table makers put the ball on this ramp.
Yep.
And they roll it down and let it hit the round, bounce off, and they say, "Oh, the table's good."
No idea, right?
If Tiger Woods was working for Titleist, and they built a set of golf clubs, he would test them and give them feedback.
Right.
On what to fix.
Yeah, and you said you would do that with balls. You knew you tested.
I just told you that the pool players are not in control at all.
Right.
Like the golfers.
Yeah.
Golfers are telling the club makers what to do. You understand?
Yeah, I do.
The table makers are telling us what to do. I'm smarter than the table maker.
Yes.
He knows how to make the table, okay? He's got me there.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know how it should play. He has no idea how it should play.
Right.
And how a ball should yaw, how it should come off the rail, how it should spin, how it should draw. You understand?
Yep.
Is it flimsy? Is it, you can't make a pool table too heavy, I don't think.
No.
But they're getting flimsier, the tables.
Yeah, like that.
They're lighter than they used to be.
Yes. They have a lot of the diamond tables, right? They have their sun
lighter.
tables.
Lighter.
Yeah.
So
Sun
they're getting
tables.
flimsier, You can't make the table flimsy. You start dicking with the table and making it cheaper, you're going to degrade the game. And that's why I don't agree with the fact that they won't hire professionals to test the equipment before they put it on the market, like a golfer would, or a tennis player. If Yannick makes a tennis racket for Federer, Roger Federer, he's going to go test it, right?
Right.
And he's going to tell him what's wrong with it,
what's
or
wrong
what
with it,
if it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they're going to go change it because of his input.
Yep.
That's not happening in pool, and it never has. The only time I think it's ever happened, there's only one player I think that's really had input and had influence on pool, and it was the greatest influence was Moscone. I think at one time Moscone was designing the tables for.
I know. That's
He
what
was
they play so
given
well.
small characteristics to add to, the top rails and stuff.
Yep.
He was playing well when the commercial era. I got a 1946 anniversary Brunswick. Mark Gregory made it for me. guys need a table fixed, go to Mark Gregory down in Atlanta.
Yep.
The best table mechanic in the world. He's working for Runza right now. But I got a 1946 anniversary Brunswick, and it's the first commercial table ever built. You know what I mean by
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Before that,
Pool hall, they were just for the
they were
home
all
or
net pockets,
Yeah.
with the net
to wear out, and they're
and
just
the wood,
Yep.
no formica,
Yep.
and they were solid tables, but they still
They
didn't
were
play.
fast, and they didn't play
They
as
still
good as
don't
solid.
play like commercial tables. Once they started building commercial tables, the level of play went up
Yep.
because you could play better pool on them.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yep.
It's interesting. People have no idea what they're even buying when they go to buy a pool table. I'm talking about the suckers out there, not pool players.
Yeah,
They
they
know what
just
they're
buy
buying. The everyday people don't know what they're buying.
It's furniture. They're buying furniture.
They're buying most of the time they're buying junk. Don't give me a job, so I'm entitled to say that.
Well, I mean, speaking of that stuff, though, but you, like I said, you're an innovator for the game. I mean, people all over the queue stole your stuff. They made your queues longer. You were the first one that did that. Did different wraps, all kinds of stuff that you came up with.
That was a great find. Was making the queue longer.
Yeah.
It was one of the greatest discoveries in the last probably
From you.
200 years
From you.
in pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were making fun of you, right? When you
Yeah,
first-
it's one of the greatest discoveries for professional players and amateurs.
Yep.
Maybe since the game has started.
I agree. It's up there for sure.
So,
sure.
if I would have had a bigger queue like I got right now, when I was in my prime,
Yep.
I would have won a lot more tournaments. Believe
It's
me.
possible, but
I'm telling you, the queues now move the ball better the way they're set up.
I know.
And with the giant grip, I like the giant grip on mine. If I would have been shooting that break ball with that giant grip while ago, I think I would have made it and wouldn't have missed it. But I just played a little poorly today. I'm a little bit tired, and
Yep.
my nose is real sniffly. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hope I'm not coming down with something. I don't feel like I am, though.
The question that somebody else had about, did you see that they your buddy Sky, they pulled him out right after he lost Miyuki Oi in the finals or semifinals, and they drug tested him immediately after the match. He didn't even get a chance to put his cue together.
Well,
What would you done if that was you?
he was in the finals?
Semifinals.
Where was that at?
The what event was it? The World 10 Ball Federer, the race to 4?
Oh, the World
The WPA. So he lost in the Ukioi. He was up 2-0, lost in the Ukioi. So he was probably a little steaming.
Well, there's the final 16 can get tested, can't they?
That's what they said. But they did it right after the match, after a big loss. Not even like. And what do you think about that? Did you get drug tested when you played?
No, I haven't been drug tested.
No.
And
Do you think that's a common practice? Should
it's
that be?
their policy, I think it's a good policy.
Yeah.
To keep people off the harder drugs
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I don't think marijuana is ever going to help you win a pool match. They'll
It's legal. A lot of
they'll
places
suspend
now,
you for
too.
marijuana too.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
But I still don't think marijuana has an impact like methamphetamine or some of these over-the-counter stuff too now, or speed and
whatever.
that, and then people take downers to
Yep.
play pool too.
Yep.
So many guys took downers years ago when I was playing. I don't know how they took a downer.
No, because you got to be.
If I took a Valium, I would fall asleep. There's no way I could finish the
I
match.
know.
There was no way I could play a pool match on a Valium. I never liked I took them here and there
Yep.
a long time ago,
Yep.
but I never did like the harder drugs. It just affected my game. And I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Even alcohol will affect your pool game
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
I think you should be, if you want to go as far as you think marijuana is an offensive drug for athletes, then you should be tested for alcohol too.
Yeah.
Alcohol stays in your system for 7 days. Marijuana stays in for 30 days. Alcohol 7 days. Imagine this though. Cocaine and crack are only 3 days. How is that possible? The worst drug
I know.
gets out of
Yes,
your
the system
system
doesn't make
quicker
any
than-
sense.
Well, I could take some meth before I go to the tournament 3 days later, and I won't test positive. I ain't gonna test positive. I ain't gonna take none though. It's too late for me. Be jumping off the walls if I take any of that.
Yeah, right, for sure. When did you come up with the length cue? 29, 30 years ago, 25, 30
I
years
learned
ago?
it in 2010. 2010 when I played
So 14 years ago.
I played Shane. It might have been longer than that. 2000. Ah, 14 years. How old is he? Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah. I think he's in his 40s now, right?
When I played him on the 5x10, and I was practicing on it one day, and I was playing with a 58-inch cue. And after 3 hours every day, I would fall dead. I couldn't play no more. And we're going to play 8-hour matches, right?
Right.
And I was sitting there and I said, damn, how am I going to win the match? I fall dead after 3 hours every time. So I had this big extinction sitting there, and I looked at it, put it on the cue, and I started shooting with it. That big table, 5x10, right? Started playing good. I said, man, this feels good. And I just took it from there, and I beat him senseless with it. He had no idea. I set him up like a bowling pin. He had no chance in that match because he didn't know that a 58-inch cue wouldn't hold up.
Right.
On that big table.
Right.
You understand?
Reaching for every shot and
reaching and power-wise and moving the ball. God, I had him handcuffed. He had no idea.
Yeah. Started using him after that.
Yeah, I won the first tournament I played with a long cue down there, the Mizrac Open, about 2010, I think it was. And that's the first time they saw me play with it. And then that's when they caught wind of it. I won the tournament. I beat them all. Mika, Appleton, all of them in a row. Shane.
Yep.
I beat them with that long cue. They all had a 58-inch cue, and I had a 65-inch cue, right? And they had no chance.
No shot.
So after that, I said,
something going on here.
When Mika Emminen made the nicest statement to me, Vinny pool player, one of the nicest statements to me. Mika looked at me one day and he says, it's pure genius that you figured that out. Pure genius.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's no going back.
For sure.
Once you play with the long cue. Yep. But there's one catch to it. If you're too short, it doesn't work that well. You're real short.
Yep.
Now you can make it a little longer, but you can't make it 65, 66, and 67 inches long if you're too short.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. It just hangs so
My cue is 69 inches I'm playing with right now. 69, but I'm almost 6 foot tall, so that's
it's a good thing.
That's balancing the fact. And I got these big shoes I can wear sometimes can make me taller, and it fits even more then, but it favors a taller guy.
Yep. Yes,
not
I agree.
Short, but
I agree.
Right around 6 feet, 5'11", 11 and a half, 5'11", 5'10". I wouldn't go no shorter than 5'10". Then it's going to start hurting you.
Yeah.
If you go shorter than 5'10".
Just not weight right or too long.
No disrespect to all the shorter guys out there, but you can play with it a little bit longer, but not at 66 and 67 and 65. I don't think it's going to fit.
Mike Massey playing 9-ball. Mike Massey ever play Mike Massey?
Mike Massey was a hell of a player. He beat me several times playing in tournaments. He never did win the big tournaments. He won a few. He won the Chicago Classic one year, which was a pretty prestigious tournament. And he won other events, but he's renowned for trick shots.
Yeah. Because if you're 6'6", it'll help. Tony Monk. Yeah,
if you're 6'6", you might need a 70-inch cue. Well, I'd say 65 still going to fit you pretty good.
Yeah. All right, guys. Any other questions before we let Earl go? Like I said, we definitely have more people in chat, but we lost our feed earlier. And we were on this new thing. It's called Caffeine TV. And we got a lot of people watching, but they can't comment. There's 72,000 people watching us. but they can't
And I'd
comment.
like to take another moment to thank my sponsors, J Flowers, you see here on my shirt.
Yep.
I didn't think I would ever switch to carbon, but J Flowers offered me a job, and now I don't know if I can go back to wood.
Why not?
But playing well with the cue right now, and I see maybe I'll start entering a few more tournaments.
Yep.
I feel a little better about my game right now. The cues, I'm falling in sync with the carbon stick, and I want to thank J Flowers for all that great equipment. Play J Flowers cues; they're easy power.
Easy power. I like that.
Easy.
Easy power. Easy power. All right. I guess that's it, Earl. Again, thank you very much for coming in. I hope we can do this again soon. I get my stream up and working 100%. And
Yeah, thanks everybody. Like I said,
when is Earl
Bull's
going
a
on
great
Joe
game.
Rogan? we already discussed
we're
that.
boxing gloves when we get them. Sure, because if I had time out the box.
Earl, you have to understand your star power, Earl. Like you're when people see you, like when you came the first time to Yale Billiards, you were just the Mecca. You're just glowing. It's just, you know what I mean. And he's a pool fan. He loves pool. So you know what I mean? It's gonna be. It's really. I think it's gonna be sparks. It's gonna be sparks.
I've never been in love with pool our life than I am right now. It's more than when I was first started as a little kid. Just pool is just. It's a great game. I can't believe it's being crapped on by the world and looked down on. It's mind-boggling to me that you can call me a pool shark and not a golfer.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and they're no different than me. They bleed when you cut them.
yeah, right.
They cry when they're sad. You know what I mean? So
best in the world, you're the best in the world. Same thing.
Got to start respecting pool. Pool is a wonderful game. It's given millions and millions and millions of people pleasure in the last couple 100 years. It's a game it's very therapeutic.
Yep.
It can be now. You can get as mad in pool as like you do in golf and other things. So you can throw temper tantrums. I go off the wall once in a while in my house, and you've seen me go off the wall a few times in my life.
For sure.
Pool can really
for sure
get to you, but there's just, I don't understand how it can just stay idle and go nowhere. But like I said, there's a few things wrong. You need to put players in charge of pool that know the right way it should be conducted and the right formats and the tables. You need someone that knows a little bit about everything, how the tournament room should be set up, how the table should play, how the light should be. These things we're in outer space. You know, we're way behind time.
Yep.
Because we keep letting people control the players, and they stay poor. You know what I mean? They don't have a lot of money.
Yep.
Now, a few guys have money. Shane and Filler, guys that are winning.
Yep.
Shaw, they got money.
Yep.
But how about all the other guys? Ain't got much money. I ain't got much money.
Yep.
I probably got enough money to bury myself. I hope when I die, I got enough money to bury myself. That's all I hope for. But
let's
have to go find me to bury me. But pool's just man, I can't describe how I feel about the game of pool and the love I have for it, and
we saw
all the joy that it's brought people in the last 200 years.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's a wonderful game. It's a shame that the general public, the people that don't play pool, look down on it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think it's starting to come around a little
They're
bit.
celebrating soccer players and not celebrating me and my country. I've been here since 1648 when my ancestors came here.
Yeah, and you're 9 years old. 9 years old.
I've been here since 1648, and now you're celebrating soccer players over me. That don't even make no sense. But thanks a lot, everybody.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. And we'll get him on Joe Rogan. We'll get him back here. All right, next Shark Stream match. Who do you want to play against? Who do we bring you in to play? Who do you want to play?
I want to play the offensive straight pull match.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna
That's
set that
our
up.
next match.
I'm gonna do that. I'm 100% gonna do that.
I'm gonna
set that up.
on the table.
Yep.
I'm gonna make it as beautiful a play, as beautiful as you ever seen. That table out there right now is playing like a dream.
Yep.
It really is. Anyway, I'm gonna make the table play gorgeous, and then we're gonna play our.
Who should I get? Who's a good
We're gonna
straight pull
play
starter?
like a 300-point match.
Okay.
And
Who do we get?
I run 40 balls. You run 40.
I like
that.
it a lot. I
And
like
with a
it.
shot clock.
Yes.
20 seconds to shoot.
All right, let's try it.
Okay.
Let's be the first to do it.
Pick a player. I
All
don't
right.
care.
You hear that?
I'm
We're
gonna
gonna do
shoot
it.
him down this
We're gonna do
time.
it.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
We want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors here on the Shark Stream. You have Connecticut APA, Sigma Wear, Agency One Group, Jacoby Custom Cues, Women in Pool, Mabel's Tables at Michael's Deli, NM Billiard Sales and Service, 11 Hall Avenue, Wallingford, Connecticut, KM Maintenance, JT's Pool Cue Repair, Salotto app, Mark Anthony Home Improvements, Tommy's Tattoo Supply,